Hamas warns of a humanitarian catastrophe if Israeli troops attack Rafah.
Traditional Lunar New Year customs of Asian countries.
When foreigners love Vietnamese Tet.
You're watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Hazam, your host. The leader of the Hamas movement in the Gaza Strip warned that Israel's planned military operation in the border city of Rafah could claim the lives of tens of thousands of Palestinians.
Hamas's statement clearly stated that any military action in Rafah would cause catastrophic consequences, possibly killing and injuring tens of thousands of people. Previously, a series of foreign officials also expressed concern about Israel's military plans in Rafah, a border gate controlled by Egypt. The U.S. State Department said it does not support a ground offensive in Rafah, warning that, if not properly planned, such an operation risks disaster. On February 9, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu ordered his troops to evacuate civilians from Rafah before launching a ground operation against Hamas in Rafah city.
Lunar New Year is one of the long-standing cultural traditions of people of many Asian countries. Each country has different interesting customs, but in general, traditional Lunar New Year is an opportunity for family members to reunite and pay respect to ancestors, grandparents, parents, and wishes for a happy and peaceful New Year.
Lunar New Year festivals in China last until January 15th of the lunar calendar. People hang red couplets, red lanterns and light firecrackers to pray for a peaceful New Year. In South Korea, Lunar New Year is called Seollal. People wear traditional hanbok costumes. They leave straw shovels in front of their houses with the hope to receive blessings all year round. In North Korea, New Year's Eve is called Seoll with rituals to commemorate ancestors. During Lunar New Year, Singaporeans often organize spring festivals such as the Lantern Festival, River Hangbao Festival, Chingay Street Festival. On this occasion, the Philippines often organizes the Lion Dance and Dragon Dance. Tikoy cake is a traditional dish. Lunar New Year is called the White Month Festival of the Mongolian people, signaling the transition between winter and spring. During the 3 days of Tet holiday, people wear traditional costumes and gather at the oldest person house in the area.
Hanoi Department of Transport has proposed offering free bus and metro tickets for people on all holidays.
According to the department, demand for bus and metro tickets during holidays is high, so providing free tickets for passengers is a way to help promote the capital city's image. The Hanoi Public Transport Management Center reported that the electronic ticket system is expected to help increase the total annual revenues of the city's public transport system to 214 billion Vietnamese dongs. This revenue is likely to offset the free charge. Vietnam has mandated 11 days off for public holidays in total, including 5 days for the Lunar New Year holiday, 2 days for the National Day holiday, Reunification Day and International Workers' Day, 1 day each for the New Year holiday, Hung King's Commemoration Day.
Coming up next are some updated news.
High consumption demand and lower product quality requirements than the US, Japan and EU, Chile are opening their doors to Vietnamese tuna. The Vietnam Association of Seafood Exporters and Producers said that Chile is one of the few tuna export markets of Vietnam that maintains good growth in 2023. Vietnam's tuna export turnover to Chile reached nearly $16 million, an increase of 87% last year. Chile is currently the 13th largest market among 109 places importing Vietnamese tuna. Chile is one of the first countries in Latin America to sign a free trade agreement with Vietnam. Therefore, Vietnamese tuna businesses have an advantage over other countries when enjoying preferential tariffs under the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership.
The Provincial People's Committee has just issued a document directing agencies and localities to strengthen the management of activities at relics and festivals, and strictly handle acts of taking advantage of relics, festivals, and spiritual profiteering. Accordingly, the Provincial People's Committee requires departments to coordinate closely with the Department of Culture and Sports to guide the management and organization of belief and religious festivals in accordance with the provisions of law. Do not allow taking advantage of belief and religious festivals for personal gain. The provincial police implement plans to ensure security, order, social safety, and prevent fire, explosion, and social evils at religious establishments and festival venues.
Nghệ An province continues to be in the top 3 highest car purchasing localities in the country, behind only Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. For many years, Nghệ An and Thanh Hóa provinces ranked high in the group of provinces and cities buying the most cars in Vietnam. According to data from the Vietnam Register, in 2023, nearly 300,000 cars with 9 seats or fewer seats were bought and registered. Hanoi recorded the highest number of car purchases with more than 46,000 cars. Ho Chi Minh City with more than 39,000 cars, ranked second, and Nghệ An with more than 10,000 cars was third. For many years, Nghệ An ranked high in car purchases, although the average income per capita is not as high as localities such as Quang Ninh, Hai Phong, and Da Nang City.
Moving on to today's story. Living in the traditional Tet space, feeling the warmth of friendship in the days of spring reunion are what foreign friends feel when celebrating Vietnamese Tet holiday.
In the first year of celebrating the Lunar New Year in Vietnam, Mr. Amin from Morocco was extremely excited to immerse himself in the traditional Vietnamese Tet space. In particular, he personally wrapped the traditional chung cake.
About chung cake,
making chung cake is very difficult, but the atmosphere is very fun.
Many foreigners who choose Vietnam as a destination not only want to experience and explore the beauty of Vietnam, but also want to understand more about traditional Tet customs and Vietnamese culture.
I feel so welcome.
From adults to children, everyone are happy and excited. They say good words. Happy New Year.
Coming from China, Mr. Lu Vy has lived and worked in Vietnam for 5 years. Although China is one of the countries that celebrates the New Year according to the lunar calendar like Vietnam. However, for Mr. Lu Vy, each country has its own characteristics.
I have celebrated 3 Tet holidays in Vietnam. I like the way people gather and wish New Year to relatives and neighbors.
Tet holiday with traditional dishes and customs imbued with Vietnamese soul is always special. This is also a bridge connecting emotions between people from different cultures, creating a unique mark in the hearts of international friends about Vietnam's rich national identity.
It's time to say goodbye. Thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.